Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, white and black, everybody all over the world that are interested in creating amazing things on 3D. Here I've come to bring you the full knowledge that you need concerning um, 3D object creation, how movies are being made, how objects are being made. This course is basically going to cover 3D design and animation. I'm going to take you guys step by step on how you can effectively use uh, 3D to create your world. Yeah, you can literally use 3D to create anything you can ever think of or imagine. So there are many 3D software out there. Let me show you a few. Let me show you a few. So right now, here are the types of 3D modeling software. We have Maya, we have SketchUp, we have Cinema 4D, we have Blender, we have ZBrush, we have Rhinoceros 3D, we have 3D Max, we have FreeCAD, we have 3D Splash, we have AutoCAD, Autodesk Revert, we have Tinkercad, we have wireframe modeling, we have Ondini, we have Modo, we have Fusion 360, we have Visual Effects, we have SolidWorks, we have Autodesk Inventor, we have Substance 3D Modeler, we have Wings 3D, we have Sculpturing software, we have Generative Design, CAD-CAM. Yeah, we have a lot more than this, but these are just a few that are mostly used to create 3D. So basically, we'll be using Blender because Blender is a free and open source 3D computer graphic software tool. Yeah, so Blender is free and it's open source and it has everything you need to create your design from start to finish. So let's take a look at how you can download Blender into your PC. So right now you go to Blender website, blender.org. So this is blender.org. This is the official website, as you can see. So you head over to download here. So once you are in the download page, so I think the latest version, as at the time when I was recording this, is version 4.5. Yeah, version 4.5.3 is the latest. But me, I don't usually go for the latest. I like to go for a more older version simply because if you're going to be running Blender smoothly and without any issues at all, you need to have a high graphics system that can run Blender perfectly. So in case your system is not that strong in terms of graphics view viewports, yeah, you can download the lesser version. So as for me, I'll click previous version here. So it's gonna take me to another page. We have to just say, okay, download any Blender. So once you click download any Blender, it's going to show you all the version from Blender 1.0 all the way to the latest 4.5. You can see. So we have different version. Whereas for me, I usually download um, version 4.0. When I was still using my old system, I find it compatible that only version 3.4 can work best on my PC at that time. So I changed my laptop to a higher grade laptop. So I had to change the version as well. So I moved to version 4.0. So once you click on it, it's gonna bring you here. So you look for something like this. Blender 4.0.0 window x64.zip. That's the exact file we're looking for. So if you click on this right now, it's going to download automatically on your system. So that's it. I've clicked on it. The reason why it's not downloading is because I already downloaded it. I just downloaded it a few minutes ago. Okay, you can see now. It's trying to download now. I'm going to cancel because I already have it downloaded. So once you download it, it's going to come in as a zip file. So the first thing you do is that you extract the zip file. Let me go to the place. Once you click on the zip file, you right click to extract all. Once you extract all, it's going to extract into a folder. It's going to open the folder and it will show you everything that is packed inside, just like this. So once you see something like this, just know that you are all set. So you look for Blender Launcher. You look for Blender Launcher. This is it. So once you double click on this Blender Launcher, your Blender is going to open. That's it. So that's how to install. Once it's open, it's going to show you at the bottom line here. So you pin the icon to the bottom part. Make sure you pin it so that you can easily access it anytime you want to um, open your Blender. So I already have mine open already. So this is what you will see when you first open your Blender. This is what you will see. These are my recent work. These are my recent project on Blender. So this is the new file, general 2D animation, sculpting, VFX, video editing, and a lot more. So right now you're going to click on general. So general is going to bring you to the major Blender interface. So right now we are in the major Blender interface. So I'm going to show you around how to navigate through this interface. So I'll be introducing all the icon in the scene. I'll be introducing everything to you one after the other. But note, I'm only going to introduce some in the beginning. If I introduce everything in the beginning, it will be quite difficult for you um, to understand in the beginning. So when we need, I'm just going to introduce few, and the rest of the field will be introduced on the journey. Like when you get to a point when you need a certain tool, then I'm going to introduce the tool so that you can easily understand what is meant for when we use it. So right now, these are Blender interface. So if you come here to this thing that looks circle, this thing is called viewport. This is the viewport controller. This is the viewport controller. So if you click on it and you move your mouse, you click on it and you move your mouse, right. If you click on it and you move your mouse, it's going to show you around. As you can see, I double click on it and I'm moving my mouse around. So it's showing me the environment of the 3D object. So by default, when you open your Blender, these are the 3D objects that normally comes with it by default, which is the cube, this cube, light, this is the light, and this is camera. So you have three things that usually come to your scene by default. You can either delete them or utilize them. Camera, light, and cube. Those are the three things that appear on your scene by default. So right now, you know this, I'm sure you're familiar with this. This is the viewport controller. It's going to show you around once you double click. And if you want to look at a particular face, you just click on maybe X or Y to show you the X axis or the Y axis, and Z is for just like heaven to earth. You can see. So if you click on Z, it's going to show you the top view. So that's that for that. So right now, I'm going to introduce this to you. This is the zoom in and out. Zoom. This is the tool we use for zooming in and out. If you want to zoom in, all you just have to do is click on it and move your mouse. Once you move your mouse in, out, in, out. As you can see now, so this is what this tool is for. Zoom in and out. If you want to zoom in and out, this is what you use. So this tool now is to move the view. You are not moving the object, you are only moving your view, like what you're saying. So if you click on it and you move your mouse, you can see it can show you lots more things that are on the surface. You can see this is the camera, this is the light, and back to the cube. So this tool can make you move your view around. In case you change your view, this is another view now, and you click on move, it's going to show you around based on your view. It's not moving the object, it's only showing you what you see. Are we together? So right now, that's that for that. Yes, and we have this. This is the camera view. So right now, we have the camera viewport. We have the camera viewport right here. This is the camera viewport. Once you click on it, this is the result you get. It's going to take you to the camera viewport. Like I told you that the three default objects that you'll meet on your scene are the cube, the light, and the camera. Those are the three things that comes by default. So if you have a camera, you should be able to look into your camera to see what is really going on. I want to see from my camera's perspective. So that's when you click this camera icon. So it's going to show you around. It's going to show you what where the camera is facing exactly. So if you want to like this camera, you are in the camera viewport right now, you want to like move your camera or you want to reposition your camera, all you just have to do is to you press shift and hyphen, shift plus hyphen, then you now press D to move around, or A to move to the left, D to move around, W to move to the front, S to move backward. So let's say you are moving to the left, to the right. Now, if you want to move back to the left, you just press A. So that's it. And you can also use your mouse to hover around. If you hover on your mouse, you'll be able to hover around. So now, uh, uh, okay, so that's that about camera. So if you want to go back, you click on this same camera viewport to take you back to the normal view. So now, that's that for now. I will explain this as time goes by. So right now, so that's that. So we are moving on, moving on. So right now, I'm going to be introducing this to you, this tool that you can see right here. This one is the wireframe. By default, it's going to be in solid display, solid mode by default. Your view is always going to be in solid mode by default. So can either switch. We have four type of view here. We have four types of view. Okay, we have about five. Let's say five. I don't usually count this one, but this one is not there. Don't let me. I don't want to. Oh, let me just. I don't know. No, this one has a different work. So just like I said, we have four types of view here. By default, it's always going to be solid view. So if you want to view your what you are doing, you can either view in wireframe mode. So you can see this is wireframe display. If you click on it, it's going to take you to the wireframe. So this is the wireframe of the object on the scene. This is the wireframe, as you can see. So now, if you change to the second one, is solid. So this is the solid that comes in by default. This is the thing you always see by default. So another viewport, we have our material preview. Once you click on it, it's going to change. This is the material preview where you're going to see the materials that is being applied to the object. So we are in material preview right now. As you can see, nothing has changed much. So, and if you go to render, this is the last view, rendered displayed, rendered preview. Yeah, this is the rendered preview. So this is the ultra view. This is the ultra view, like the highest you can get as at this time. If you want to view your objects in rendered mode, it means that you are trying to see the final, uh, the final, what should I call it now? The final work. You want to see it finally, like you want to see everything in combined. That's when the render view comes in. So let me go around. This mouse is giving me some problem. I'd rather remove it, man. Yes, you'll be needing a mouse if you really want to do this course. You'll be needing a mouse. Like a mouse is very, very important. It's essential. So right now, as you can see, that our default cube, some parts are full of lights, some parts are dark. Do you know why? The reason is because when you are in rendered view, it's going to show you the effect of the light. Rendered view is going to show you the effect of the light. Let me give you an example. Now I've highlighted our lights, and if I move, light is the object, camera is the object, even the default cube itself is the object. Anything that can sit in the space of this 3D is counted as an object. So if I move this light object, if you want to move things, anything you want to move it, all you just have to do is to click G. G is for grab. So if you move it, if you are moving things, if you like, I've clicked on G now, so I can move it anywhere. You can see that when I move the light is showing on this dark side. This place was dark before, but when I move the light shines around it. So now you can either move, I want to make us understand some other things as well. If you want to move your objects, you have to move them sometimes, like if you want an accurate movement. Once you click G, you can always drag your mouse and your object will follow the mouse once you've clicked G while highlighting the mouse, the object. But if you want to move your object in certain direction, you have to include the direction after you press G. You know, G is just for grab. You grab the object. Now you want to move this object that has been grabbed in a certain direction. Maybe you want to go left or right or up or down or front or backward, whichever way you want to go. Blender has already made this thought ahead of time and has already arranged everything properly. So now, if you want to move your objects in certain direction, I want you to know that there are three direction in Blender. We have the X direction, we have the Y direction, and we have the Z. X, Y, Z. They are all location that you can move your object in. When you are in X direction, you can go front and back. You can go front and back, but you are still going to maintain that X lane. If you want to go Y direction, you can move your objects both front and back along as long as it's still aligning to the Y direction. There's no issue. And the same thing with Z. Z is for up and down. So if you press G for grab and you now press Z, that means you're saying that I want to move my objects upward or downward, upward or downward. So that's how the movement will work. Let me show you an example. These are our lights now. I'm going to be moving it along X axis. So one more thing I want you to understand is that this location is represented in colors. Like if you see this X axis now, you will notice that there is a red line that is drawn across the space. So this red line means that that's the X direction. You will see another line that is drawn in green. That's the Y direction. You can't see this blue. There's another line that is drawn blue from up to down. That's the Z direction. If I position my viewport properly now, you'll be able to see this blue line. This blue line is for the Z direction. Z direction. So I've clicked on my light and I want to move it along X axis. So I'll just press G for grab and X for the location. So you can see that a red line has been drawn. So it's going to help me to be able to move along X axis. So I can always move along X. Okay. So let me just put my light here. So if I change my viewport to X, I change my viewport to X. So now I can always move my lights alongside Y direction right now. So if I want to move along Y direction, G for grab and Y for the location of the movement. So you can see I can now move my light along Y direction. If I want to move along Z, so this is Z. Oh, sorry. So if I grab the object I want to move, I told you like G is for grab. G is for grab. So once I grab it, then I'll include the location. That's Z location. So I'll be able to move it down, 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 or up to the up or down. So your object can go through and fro along the direction that you give it. So if you can see, this is it now. So that's that. I hope you understand that. So this one is for the transparent display. You want to see your object in transparent mode. Yeah, as you can see, this object is currently in transparent mode right now. Because you can see the red line through, you can almost see the back, the inside as well. So it's in transparent mode right now. So this is the button for transparent. Once I uncheck it now, the object is back to normal. If I click on it, it's gonna go straight to transparent. This one is wireframe, solid, material preview, and rendered preview. I explained everything earlier, and I believe that we understand. Yeah, so we are going to be moving on. So right now, the next thing we're going to do is to introduce this. See this icon that you can see. This is this icon is meant to show overlays. There are some overlay like guidelines that guide us through this viewport. So if I uncheck this box, you can see the grid line on the space is gone. So you can't see the grid line anymore. You can see even if I want to move my object now, if I grab my object along y-axis, if I grab my object along y-axis, you can see I can still move them. I can still move them along x. You can see I can still move my object, but the overlay grid line is gone. So you can bring it back by checking the box. So that's that for that. Uh, so now, yeah, for this is the Gizmo, show Gizmo of all type. So when you check it, this is what will happen. These are the Gizmo. Blender call it Gizmo because this is the viewpoint, like the view controller to help you to view things around, right? And this one is for zoom in and out. This one is for grab, um, for moving your view, and this one is for the camera. You know that, right? So this little icon controls everything here. So if you uncheck it, it's gonna hide all the options there. So but we need them, so we have to check the box. So that's that for here right now. So let me show you one more thing here. There's a little um yeah, there's a little icon here. Let's see if I can. Okay, so that's that for now. Let's go to this side. Let's go to this side. Here now, this first, this icon that I over my mouse on top right now, this is the editor type. Editor type. We in this Blender interface we have different types of editor, and they are all working for one purpose. And the purpose is to transform every of your highlighted objects. So that's the purpose. We have different editor type, but the one we are in currently is the viewport, 3D viewport. 3D viewport is an editor. We have image editor, we have UV editor, we have compositor, we have texture node editor, we have geometry node editor, we have shader editor, we have video sequencer, that's basically for video editing. We have movie clip editor, we have dope sheet timeline. Timeline is very important. I'm gonna tell you what it means in a bit. By default, this place, this is a timeline. If you check out if you check the editor type, you'll see that the timeline is selected. So this is what a timeline looks like. I'm gonna explain more of that in a bit. So um, right now we are still on the journey. So let me explain some more things and we'll start working. So I've showed you the types of editor. We still have graph editor, we have drivers, we have non-linear animation. Non-linear animation is a type of editor too. We have text editor, Python, console. In case you're a programmer and you know how to program, you can easily write a Python script and paste it right here. And whatever you want, like whatever action you want to see happen, you just have to write it in your script, paste, and automatically it will show in the viewport. So we still have some few more editor like the info. This info is basically going to show you like everything, every information you need about the operation and everything. So we have the outliner. Let me show you an example of outliner. This is an outliner here. So by default, we have four windows that come to Blender. This main viewport, one, the timeline, two, the outliner. This is the outliner. If you check out the editor type, you'll see that it's currently selected to outliner. You can as well change this place to viewport. Let me change it to viewport. You can see this is another viewport, but we don't want it that way. We want outliner to be here because there is a reason for this outliner. Now I'm going to explain the reason right now. You can see I told you that the three objects that comes by default is the camera, the cube, and the light. So you can see them as being outlined here. So this is the cube. So uh, you can decide to rename this cube. If you double click now, you'll be able to rename it. So maybe you want to transform this cube to a bed, right? You want to transform it to a bed. So all you just have to do is to rename this outline to a bed. You enter. So automatically this cube, default cube has been renamed as a bed now. So this outliner is basically meant to align your workflow, like you want to see everything going on in the space. So this is where every object that is present on the space is going to be highlighted here. So this is to confirm that there is no other. If I do this now, nothing. You cannot find anything on the space, only this cursor. And I'm going to explain this to you later. This is not an object, it's a tool that has a specific purpose. So I'm bringing it back. So this is one collection now. So you can create multiple collection. Maybe you have many objects in one. You want to group many objects as one collection. You can easily create a new collection by right clicking and new collection. Yeah. So I hope I've explained what this outliner is for. So now I'm going to be showing us more and more about what these things can do. If you click on this bed now, automatically this cube will be highlighted. If you want to hide it for a while, like you don't want to see it for a while, you can just come to this eye, this eye. If you click on it, that means you've automatically hide it. And if you click on it again, you bring it back. So the shortcut for hide is H. When you select the object that you want to hide and you press H, immediately um, this object is going to hide itself. So if you want to hide, you want to bring it back. So what you would do is you press Alt plus H, just going to bring it back. So that's the shortcut for hiding stuff on your 3D viewport. So let's hide our camera for now. Press H to hide it. So if you click on this right now, it's still going to show you camera view. And the reason is because the camera is present. Even though you hide it, it's still present. Because you hide it doesn't deny the fact that it's not present. So that's that for now. So I've explained the editor types to us. What else? We still have some few things to talk about. After the outliner, we have properties. Yeah, properties. Let me show you what property looks like. If you take a look at this tab here, this tab right here, this is the property tab that comes by default. You can change the editor type here. You can change it to viewport, image editor, whatever. But by default, this is property tab. By default, doesn't mean you can't change. You can even change it to outliner and it will look just like the outliner at the top. Yeah. But we need to set it to property so that we can uh, we can easily pick up any tools that we want. So this property tab now, I'm going to be explaining it to us what this is all about. Um, this is for the selection box. It's the same thing as this. So we have the rendered engine. There are three types of render engine. We have Eevee, Workbench, and Cycles. But if you want the best, you switch it to Cycles. But Cycles is gonna make your system slow only if you want to render the final product that you've done. That's when you put it to Cycles. But while you're still working and you want um, an easy playback resolution, just put it in Eevee. So we have so many options right there, but I can't show you everything right now. I'm going to show you when we reach the bridge, we'll cross it. So we have the output properties, uh, the output of your workflow. This is where you set it, whether you want it to come out in PNG or in video file or whatever, JPEG and whatever. If you want to set the frame length, this is starting frame and end frame. If you want to set your frame per seconds, this is it. You can set it to 30 frames per seconds. This is the resolution for the screen. Let me show you what this means right now. This is the resolution for the screen. So let me change this resolution now. We have the X, let's make it X and the T. You can see that our camera view has increased. So let's make the Y to be 1920. So this is the default size for TikTok videos, YouTube shorts. This is the size. I've already set our camera viewport size to it so you can see. So this aspect is meant to move your camera around. You can see. Okay, no, this is meant to adjust your camera. You can see. So you have more options available, more options. So we also have view layers. I'm gonna skip that. Scene, word properties, we have object properties, we have physics, we have constraint, we have data. This is the settings that work with your camera. This is the data for the camera. So camera has different perspective. So this is set to perspective because the camera is viewing from the perspective that it's standing. So this is the focal length of the camera. You can use it to zoom in and out, in and out. As you can see, so this shift is for movements, like you want your camera to capture your object well and be in the center. This shift X and Y is where you adjust it. So we have a lot of more like depth of field, camera, save area, view, background image, viewport display. In this viewport display, you can see now, you can increase this. Once you increase this, it's going to darken the environment of the camera and it's only going to show you what our camera is viewing. So that's that for that. And we have texture if you want to add the texture and all of that. So that's that for that. So right now the next thing is I think I've explained properties. So I want to explain this object mode. Object mode. I want to explain it. So you can see now when you click object mode, you can only find one option there, which is object mode. Yeah. If you click on the default cube and you come here and you click object mode again, you can see the object mode has many other options which you can choose from. You can choose edit mode, scoped mode, vertex paint, weight paint, texture paint. So for instance, if you go to edit mode now, this is our edit mode. This is the edit mode, as you can see. So if you move our viewport viewer around, you can see that this our cube has some points at the edge. So let's go to wireframe mode so that we can see the inside of everything. So if you want to go to wireframe mode, you scroll here, you put your mouse down, you scroll. So once you scroll, it's going to show you the other side of this. So you can either click this to go to wireframe, or you can press Z. If you press Z now, it's going to show you the four types of view, which is wireframe, material preview, solid, and rendered mode. So those are the four types of view. So right now we are in wireframe. So if you want solid, all you just have to do is put it on solid and you click on it. So it's going to change to solid right now, as you can see. So let's go back to wireframe. So now we're in wireframe right now. Let's set our autograph, let's set our view. So right now, this is our view, orthographic viewport. So now, this is what we're gonna do now. If you highlight the top part, see what happens. When you highlight the top part, it's going to highlight the four corners, and each corner is called a vertex point. Vertex point. Each corner is a vertex point. So we have four vertex here right now. Four vertex. So right now, in our edit mode, we have ways to we have selection mode here. This selection mode is basically going to help us to select based on what we need. If you want to select a line, you just click on line. You can click this line to select it, or that line, or that line, whichever line we want, you can just select it. And the third selection mode is the face selection, face selection. Once you click on it, you can select any face that you want. This selection is selecting face by face, as you can see now. So right now, let's go back to vertex. So when you set your view and you highlight at the top, you can now press G to move it. G can move your vertex to any location, but we don't want it to be inaccurate. We want to move it in a straight line. So that's why we have to include the location every time we move stuff. So I'm going to include the location where I want it to go, which is Z axis. So immediately I clicked on Z, there was a blue line drawn and my vertex was set in line. It was aligned immediately. So if I move my mouse, I can take this vertex down, up, down, up. I can't move it sideways, only up and down because I've included the location. So if I put it this way, you can see now. So if I want to highlight all the vertex, because before you can carry this object now to another location, you must highlight all the vertex, everything. When you highlight it, you can then grab it, G for grab, and Z to move. So I've moved it along Z axis now, you can see. So I can change the view back to solid preview. You can see it's in solid preview right now. It's in solid preview right now. So uh, are we together? Yes. So we still have a long way to go because we are going to be creating amazing objects. We are going to be creating amazing things right now. So just stay with me, guys, because this is gonna be fun. Yes, so this is it. So let's use this shape to make a bed shape, a bed shape. So all I just have to do is to I can either go to selection face selection mode and I'll just select one face and I'll grab it along X axis. As you can see now, I'm already grabbing it along X axis. You can see now. So now let me introduce this to you. So we can either put it back to object mode. Hey, brother, how you doing? So we can either put it back to object mode now. So if you want to go back to object mode from edit mode, you can either come here and click on object mode. It's going to return it back, or you can also please let me close that door, bro. Let me close the door, abeg. So you can either change. You can also go back to object mode by a shortcut by pressing tab. When you press tab, it's going to go to edit mode. When you press tab again, to go to object mode. So you can easily use tab to switch between object and edit mode. So I hope you are learning something. So right now, this is just the intro. Like if you want to be an expert in this field, you must have the basic fundamental knowledge first, which is the introduction to all this interface. So that's what I'm doing right now. Before we dive in deep into the ocean, we have to understand the environment. So because this is so much fun, so much fun. Since I've been working on Blender, my life has never remained the same. I love Blender. I love it because it's fun to work with and it's on point. You can literally create anything that you can ever imagine. If you can imagine something right now, you can create it right now on Blender. So we use this for product design, product animation, product visualization, architectural visualization, 3D modeling, 3D rendering, and texturing, and animation as well. So there's a lot to that. So let me introduce this. So right now we have Cursor. This is this one select box has to be by default. Like if you've used CorelDRAW before, you understand what this means. So let's go to Cursor. If you click on Cursor, what's Cursor? What's the usefulness? So this is a cursor. This thing right here. It usually used to be in the in the center of the 3D space by default, but you can always change the position. So I set my view to Y axis. Now, if I click on another place now, let me say I click here, you can see this cursor was right at the center here before, but the moment I click here, it moved here. It can't be two, it can only be one. So if I click another place, it's going to move there. If I click another place, anywhere I click, it's going to appear there. And the reason is because if you want to bring in any object into your 3D viewport, 3D space, I mean, anywhere the cursor is, anywhere the cursor is, that's where the object will be added. You want to bring in an image, or you want to bring in a mesh, anywhere that you place your cursor, that's where the object will appear. So if I place my cursor here now, for instance, and I want to add a mesh. To add the mesh, I'm going to be pressing Shift A to display this. Then I'll come to mesh. Let's just say I add a cube. You can see by default, you can scale it. You can see now the cube was added here because my cursor was here. If I change my cursor to be in this location now and I add Shift A to add, and I add the cube again, S, if I press S and I move my mouse, it's going to scale the cube. You can see another cube is being added here. So the reason why it's added here is because I've already placed this cursor here before I add in the cube. So anywhere that I place my cursor, that's where the new object is going to sit. So that's the function of a cursor. So this one is for move. You want to move your object. If you drag this red line now, it's going to move along X axis. If you drag this blue line, it's going to move along Z axis. And if you drag this green line, it's going to move with the, let me change the viewport here. If you drag this blue line, it's going to move along Y axis. So that's the basic, that's the usefulness of this. And this one rotates. This one is for rotation. But for this movement, I've already taught us the shortcut to this movement. If you want to move anything like just this one now, if you click G for grab and the location, maybe Y, it's gonna go. I already taught you that. If you want to move along Z, all you just have to do is to press G and Z. It's going to move along Z axis. And if you want to move it along X axis, instead of drawing this red arrow, all you just have to do is to press G for grab and X for the location. You see, that's the shortcut. So for rotation now, this is basically meant for rotation. If you click on this green and you rotate it, you can see it's gonna help you to rotate this. You can literally rotate your mesh by clicking this and you rotate it. So that's what this is for rotation. So this one is for scale. If you click on this, it's for scale. Before I conclude on rotation, if you want to rotate, I told you just click on this red line. Not only red line, there is green line there. It's going to rotate along that green line. We have blue too. It's going to rotate along blue line. So the blue is for up and down, you can see. So now, if you want to rotate without coming here, all you just have to do is press R for rotation. It's going to rotate based on your viewport. But if you want it to rotate in certain direction, all you just have to do is after you press rotate R for rotate, you have to include the direction. Maybe it's Z, you can see, or you can rotate it along Y axis, you can see, or along X axis. So it's up to you how you want to rotate it and when. So this for scale. Scale, you want to scale your object. So once you click on scale, it's going to bring out this. So if you drag this green, it's going to scale your object along y-axis. As you can see now, it's going to scale your object along y-axis. So if you click this blue line, it's going to scale your object along z-axis. I told you z is for up to down, y is for left to right, and x is for front and back. So that's it. This one is, so if you want to scale manually, you can just press S. If you press only S, everything will scale. But if you want to scale along certain direction, you just include the direction. Maybe it's Y direction. As you can see the green line, you already know it's Y direction. You can also scale by pressing S and scale along Z direction. You can see that's it. So this one is transformation. You want to transform the object, right? So let's skip this one for now. Okay, this transformation supports any combination of grab, rotate, scale at once. So you can rotate it, grab it, and scale it at once. You can see scale, you can still rotate at the same time, and you can still grab it. Wait, if you want to grab it, yeah. You can see you can grab, you can rotate and scale at the same time. That's what this transformation is for. And we have annotation here. Annotation is basically for writing notes, like maybe you want your design to be here. You can easily use it to make some marks and to basically to just put some sign on your screen that okay, this part something's supposed to be here, this area something's supposed to be here. You can use this annotation to draw a rough sketch of what you want to do on the screen. So we also have measurement here. This is basically meant for measuring. If you want to measure, all you just have to do is to drag your mouse from anywhere to anywhere. So you can see this is 2.01 meters. So that's what this measurement is for. If you measure this one too, this is now even up to 1 meter. So this one is to add cube. Like you want to add cube, just click here and you draw your mesh. Your cube is set. You can add cube again by just clicking on your mouse and dragging it, maybe up, down, whichever way. You can see. You can draw your mesh again. So you can add as many cubes as you want. So that's what this is for, to add more cubes. So you, after you're done, you just put it back to set box. So I hope you've been able to learn one or two from this intro. This is just an introduction to 3D. So what else did I left unsaid? Okay, I think we haven't talked about this. So I said I was going to explain some parts of these tools on the interface, and some other parts we have to be reserved till we need them. So let me explain few of these ones at the top, and we leave some till we. So if you come to file is basically going to show you like um, whether you want to add whether you want a new project, or you want to open an existing project, just like this one. I open recent. These are my recent projects. I've done PayPal logo animation, a bedroom modeled by myself, a human character, a village creation, shared as an object, cook bottle, restaurant. I've done many projects. So this is how you open your recent project, right? So recover, if you want to recover the last session or you want auto save, you click here. If you want to save your file, if you want to import, maybe you want to import a 3D model, there's, if you want a specific um, type, you can find it here. And if you want to export as well, maybe you've created something, you want to export it, you can as well come here. So internal data, leave that one for now. So that's that. If you come to edit, want to undo something, undo history, can you see now? This is the undo history, everything that we've done. Like this is the last 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. This is the last 20 things that we've done that you might want to undo. So that's the undo history. If you come straight to preference, it's going to show you a tab where you can add some add-ons, inputs, interface. This is basically for the settings, the viewport settings, the light settings, and so many other things there that we are yet to talk about. This is the render. After you finish your design, you've created your model, you've textured it, probably if you want to animate it or not. After you're done with your work, the last thing you should do is to render. So you can either render an image of the project you've done, you can render it as an image, or you can render it as an animation. You can also render your audio or your audio file design. So, that's it. If you want to view your animation. So, we have many things to talk about right here. And this is the window. Yeah, this is the window. If you want a new window, this is a new window. Let me cancel it. If you want a new window, you can as well come here and you click on it, you drag. Wait, you can come here. I'm trying to see. Sometimes this thing can be tricky. You come to this place, you drag your mouse twice. Once you drag it twice, you see a new window will open automatically. So you can use this place as your camera view, while you use this place to hover around the viewport. So as you can see, so you can as well bring out more window. You can see another one is here. I just split this one again. So I can do as many windows that I want, like as many. I can do up to like 50 windows at a time. So what else do I need? That's that for window. Manual. If you want a manual guide on this Blender, you can. This will take you to their website where you can read manuals, uh, tutorials, and support or report a bug. This is where you do all of that. So the layout is going to be there by default. Like this is the layout. This is the default layout. You can come to modeling. Modeling is going to show us So we have sculpting, we have UV editing, texture painting, shading, animation, rendering, compositing, geometric node scripting. So those are the places that we'll be talking about in our next video. So in our next video, I'll be going deeper into how you can start creating objects. So I think I've explained everything we need to know for now in this intro video. So in our next video, I'm going to be talking more about how you can create a simple object. If you can create one object, you can create the other object, and by the time you are now good at creating objects, then we move to texturing, how you can texture your object and make it look realistic. So after you've been able to create your object successfully and texture it to look realistic, the next thing is animation. So those are the process by which we are going to be looking at in this course, this Blender course. So I wish you good luck. If you like this video, kindly subscribe to my YouTube channel for more helpful videos like this. If you want me to break it down completely, or you have a question or two, you can kindly comment in the section. You can drop a comment. When you drop a comment, I'll be glad to reply you and to help you through any difficulty that you're going through. So thank you guys for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Make sure you like and subscribe. Thank you very much. Have a lovely day.